Hi all, we're looking at the US Open 2019. It has been exciting, it has been amazing, it has been dramatic, it has been 7 days, so it's on day 8. I don't know where I was going with that really. Anyway, look at yesterday's matches. Another great video gets underway. Federer comfortable against Goffin, dropped just the 4 games. I thought there was a slight chance Goffin was going to take a set, didn't happen. Tight match between Dimitrov and Domino, didn't expect Dimitrov to take it in all honesty, but expected a tight match. Just the single break in each set for Dimitrov. Good effort from him, he's definitely lifted his level for this tournament. Medvedev handily dropped the first set against Kopfer. He did also go a break of set down at the start of the second set, so we got a decent price on him, and he pretty much took over after that. Although the fourth set was pretty tight as well. He was a breakdown in the fourth set, broke back straight away, took in a tie break. On the women, I'll look at the later matches in a sec. Wang and Barty. Did I jinx Barty yesterday? It was fairly tight. If we look at the stats for it, excellent performance from Wang. She served really well. It's more the statistics rather than how everything went. If you look at the first serve percentage, high for both, 68%, 69%. First serve points won, actually better for Barty. She hit 6 aces, just the 2 doubles. 2 aces for Wang, just the 1 double fault. The significant ones are a little bit further down. Second serve points won. I'm always banging on about this. It is so often that stat is really significant. Certainly proved to be in this one. Excuse me, 65% points won on second serve for Wang. Just 39 for Barty, but here's the biggie at the bottom. Barty had 9 break chances, didn't take a single one of them. Wang had 6 and took 3. She played the big points well. Barty certainly not at her best. She was definitely put under pressure, and that contributed to her not being at her best. I say straight sets. Didn't see that coming pre-match. Expected a close match. Konta and Pliskova. Konta, this up as well. Konta broke right at the start, and she hung on, and when she served for the set at 5-4, broke into love. Brilliant. So often in WTA matches where it's reasonably closely matched at the start, if a player serves at 5-4 and gets broken, she rarely wins the set. Usually loses it 5-7. In this case, Konta did take it to a tie break and got twatted in the tie break, 7-1. So that wasn't brilliant. And in the second set, she immediately lost serve, broken to 15. See there, quite a messy set. She did break back straight away, broken again, managed to break back and took another break to take it into a third. And a very, very tight third set. 1 break decided it right at the end. Konta goes through, good effort. Williams pretty comfortable against Martic. I think, watch this one, I think she got broken at the start. Yes she did. Martic broke serve. Serena broke straight back, and then a late-ish break gave her the set, and just a single break there. So it's a decent effort from Martic. Serena threw in 2. Let's look at the later ones. Told you he was injured. I told you, you don't listen to me. Wawrinka, second. Just the 1 break for him in that first set, reasonably tight, not too many break chances. If you back Djokovic having lost that first set, you had a chance to take some profit. He took a 3-0 lead at the start. Couldn't hang on to that one. 2 breaks. Gave Wawrinka 2-set lead, and as soon as Wawrinka broke in the third set, Djokovic retired. So he wasn't kidding us all. Who knew? Svitolina and Keys. I was giving Svitolina the edge in that one. Very, very tight match. Both players serving well. Very, very tight. Late break gave it to first set to Svitolina. And she got an early break in the second set and hung on to the end pretty comfortably, served it out to Love. So she's really improved her level for this tournament. I wonder how much that is affected by the fact that Monfils is still in the tournament. So they're both concentrating on the tennis and one isn't distracting the other. Just a thought. Let's have a look at today's matches. Okay, we're in the fourth round. Look at the men's first. Rublev Berrettini. Head-to-heads 1-1. Last time they played, February this year, indoor hard court. Rublev in straight sets. Berrettini won on clay in 2018, also 2 sets. Overall results favour Berrettini. Hardcore results pretty close, but also favour him. Rublev has arguably had the tougher opponents. Beat Tsitsipas in the first round. And Kyrgios in the last round. Straight sets against Kyrgios, who'd looked pretty good up to that point. Berrettini beat Gasquet, who's been in decent form recently, and expected Thompson to beat him, and got through Papyra in the last one. So tougher opponents really for Rublev in that one. Starts with the tournament favoured Berrettini. I'm giving Rublev the edge here. I don't think it's going to be in straight sets. Back Rublev, because he hasn't faced many break points. Waiting for him to get broken is probably going to be fruitless, so I'm going to back him if he faces a break point. And I think whoever wins the first set, it's worth laying them. Ideally, we're going to be backing Rublev when Berrettini is taking the first set. In an ideal world. Zverev has not had an easy tournament so far. 5 sets in the first 2 rounds. He did manage to get through in 4 in the last one. Head-to-heads are 1-1. Last time they played on an indoor court, Zverev in 2. That was October last year. Schwartzman won on a clay court in 2014. Not hugely relevant. 12-month results favour Zverev. 2019 results, they were quite even. Hardcourt results in the last year are also pretty level. That's the tournament actually favour Schwartzman. He's not lost a set, I think, so far. Zverev has played 14 sets in 3 matches. Expect this to be another tough day for Zverev. Schwartzman is going to have more energy, despite Zverev being pretty young. Schwartzman has got his clay court stamina that's going to be on his side. Slightly slower courts help him a little bit as well, and I actually think he could take this one. Lay the set 1 winner. They start pretty evenly priced. Zverev around about 1.9 when I put this together. I think Schwartzman got a real chance at that one. Monfils, as mentioned, is still in the tournament. Faces Andujar. Nobody expected Andujar to be in the 4th round, let's face it. Not many people expect Monfils to be there. If he's fit, he's pretty good on the hard courts. Monfils 3-0. Most recent was on clay 2013. Similar relevant. Never met on a hard court. Overall results pretty even. Hard court results much better for Monfils. He beat Shapovalov 5 sets in the last round. Andujar beat Atay Bublik in the last round, straight sets. He beat Edmund in the first round. I think that was 5 sets. Monfils' fitness can be a little bit fragile. Now, as long as he hasn't suffered any strains or whatever from that 5-setter, I expect him to take this. No value on him unless he loses set 1. Don't really want to lay him because I expect him to win this fairly comfortably. Cilic and Nadal. Nadal leads 6-2. Most recent was on a hard court in August last year. Nadal in 3 sets. Cilic's last win was due to retirement. That was at the Australian Open last year. His other win was back in 2009, which was the first time they played. So everything's stacked against him today. Nadal not lost a set. He did have a walkover in the second round. He's going to be the fresher player if he needs that to be a factor. Cilic has only dropped 2 sets. We've been talking about the courts being a little bit slower last week. Do slower courts favour Cilic or the King of Clay? Good luck, Marin Cilic, in this one. Obviously not going to back anybody at 1.13. We could try a lay around about 1.1, remove some liability at 1.2. A lot has to happen before we get a decent price on Nadal. Maybe if he goes a set down and a breakdown, it might be worth entering. Don't see that being too much of a contest. On to the ladies. Bekic, Goeges are up first. Goeges has won all 3 of the previous matches. The last time they played, was on an indoor court. That was October last year. That went to 3. Never met on a hard court. Overall results in the last 12 months and also in 2019 all favour Bekic. Hard court results favour Bekic in the last 12 months, although they're quite even this season. Bekic not lost a set. Goeges has only dropped 1, and that was the first set, first round. Been pretty solid since. Stats for the tournament favour Bekic. Other than service holds, Goeges leads that 87% to 80%. Both players serving well. Got to give Bekic the edge. Very good chance of 3 sets. It's going to be tight. The sets are going to be tight. Lay Goeges if she breaks first, and it's worth laying the set 1 winner. Osaka Bencic could be a decent match. Previous 4 games, Bencic won 3 of them. 4 matches, sorry. Most recent was May this year on clay. Bencic in 3. She also won on a hard court in March in 3 sets. I think that was Indian Wells. Overall results pretty even. Hard court results are also pretty level. Some value on Bencic there. I think we've got a decent chance of 3 sets. Lay Osaka around about 1.3. Take some liability out at 1.6. I think Osaka's going to take it. Defending champion, and I'm looking to back her around about 1.85. Oops, too far. Christian against Elise Mertens. Head-to-head's 2-2. Last time they played, July this year on a hard court, and won that in 2 sets. In fact, all their matches were on hard courts. Overall results pretty close, but favour Arn. Hard court results are even. That's for the tournament, all favour Mertens. Not too much in them. I think there's a fair chance that Arn's going to take a set. But I'm favouring Mertens to take it. Back her if she gets broken or loses the first set. Townsend and Andreescu finish the day off. First time they've played. Much better results for Andreescu. She's not lost a set so far. Beat Wozniacki in the last round. Townsend had the 3rd set tiebreak win over Halep in round 2. Finally got rid of Castella in the 3rd round. Stats for the tournament favour Andreescu. No value there unless Townsend takes the first set. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you don't already follow my daily blog, please do so. There's a link in the description. You can also see my diary on there, where you can read about how I am in danger of being sued for $4,400 for copyright infringement. Have a look at that, bookmark it, and I will see you tomorrow.